Alright, so these are scientific notations. Overall, there's a bit of a pattern. You can have a look at it. Basically, scientific notation is when it is written in a format. So it looks like A times and 10 to the power of K, where A has to be in between 1 and 10, inclusive of 1, but can't be 10. Alright, so for example, a scientific notation looks something like that. So we need to convert a big number. So when we use this is when we convert very small numbers or big numbers, so it looks a little bit easier to read. So I'll show you how it works with example 15. So what you want to do is you locate your decimal point and you basically jump the decimal point until you have an A value that's between 1 and 10. Okay, inclusive of 1, and it can't be 10. So let me move some decimal point. You've got to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I stop at 5, I have 94,488. So that's still not a small enough number, so I'm going to keep jumping. 6, 7, 8. If I stop over here and leave my decimal point over here, it becomes 94.488. Still not small enough because it has to be in between 1 and 10. So I'm going to keep jumping. I forgot what number I was up to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think, and then 9 is where I really need to be at. If I stop over here, my answer becomes 9.4488. I'm just going to double check the jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what happens now is you write it as times 10 to the power of k. You've got to remember to write that part. Now the k becomes your jump. So because we did 9 jumps, you write 9. Now you have to be careful. Is it going to be positive 9 or negative 9? And in order to tell this, if you go jumps to the left, it's going to be positive, and if you jump to the right, it's going to be negative. Or another way to think about it is if it's a very big number, which in this case it was like a very, very big number, your k is going to be a positive answer. So that's how I like to do it as well. All right, let's try B. So again, locate your decimal over here, and then you move it, jump until you find a number that's between 1 and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more because it's 0.5. 8, I think it was. So my answer is going to be 5.304. I've moved my decimal point to 5. I'm just going to have to count my jumps again because I forgot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's going to be 8. Now remember, I have to decide if it's going to be positive 8 or negative 8. As I said, this is a very small number. It's 0.00. Anything below 1 we consider as small. So it's going to have a negative sign, and that's how you write it as a scientific notation. Alright, so use your calculator to evaluate. All you have to do is literally just chuck it in your calculator, I guess. So 870,000 times 95,000,000. So that gives me, my answers look something like this, and maybe yours might too. It says something like this. Now, what this means is it's exponent. So it's the same as 8.265 times 10 to the power of 13. So don't freak out. That just means the same thing. You just need to be able to read what the calculator says. So you need to practice it before you get into your test. So my calculator says 7.75 E minus 10. Well, minus 10 is more like here. So that means it's 7.75 times 10 to the power of minus 10. Okay, so don't freak out what that E means. It's just times 10 to the power of something. Alright, since very large and very small numbers can contain many digits, it is often sensible to round these values to a certain number of significant figures. Significant figures basically just means numbers that are not zeros, that are significant. We just take that into consideration. So chuck it in your calculator, evaluate this times table, writing your answer in scientific notation correct to 3 significant figures. So chuck it in your calculator and we'll figure it out. 534,615 times 613,485. Let me just double check the numbers. 534,615 times 613,485. So this is what I get if I just try to write as much as I want to. Maybe I'll write all of it. Sometimes it's a bit annoying to write all of it. So this is what my calculator says, which is the same as writing as, I'll write it all for you again. Oh, see, it's hard to keep it consistent. Again, same as writing 10 to the power of 11. Now, I only want 3 significant figures. That's what the question says, meaning basically it's just 3 numbers. So these are the 3 numbers. I got to make sure I look at the last one and decide if I want to round up or down. It's a 9, so I'll round up. Alright, so this is the answer that it wants. And you should now be able to do all of these questions. Alright, and check answers.